Welcome to Bluntsaggie Tarot. My name is Robyn, and today we're going to do a what you don't see coming style reading for the general collective. Let's see what's coming towards you that you're not expecting, you're not anticipating. Okay, we have truth be told. Okay, if you're guided, if you're clicking on this video, if you're watching this reading, there's a reason. There should be a message in here for you. Let's talk about you. Truth be told is the card of being honest with yourself, seeing the truth behind the person, behind a mask, behind a situation, person, place, or thing, some kind of noun. It's learning from it, but it's accepting it and it's being honest about it. Let's see why that's the energy. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we start this with the Three of Pentacles. Okay. And collective, if you like my style, if you like my channel, if you like my readings, I do ask that you guys give a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel to grow. It helps get these readings out there. Thank you guys for your continued support. I appreciate it. So we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. Okay, I think you're about to see the truth of a person. We have the Two of Cups here. It could be a friendship, it could be a job, it could be a company, it could be a lover. Ooh, Temperance in reverse. There's an imbalance here. I'm seeing the Temperance in the Cups. There could be somebody maybe indulging, drinking too much here. We'll see how it plays out. There's the Strength, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy on the table. Okay. And Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're wondering, okay. The Six of Swords and Death. I do feel you're seeing the truth of a situation. I feel it's a person. It could be a friendship. It could be a coworker. It could be a boss. It could be a relationship. But there is an element of an ending here. The Three of Pentacles is there, and it's kind of clarified by the Temperance in reverse. There's like a lack of balance, whether it's a lack of appreciation, maybe a lack of balance in their ability. Maybe they're drinking too much, talking too much. Maybe they're doing something in an indulgent energy, right? Everything in moderation. What's the Three of Pentacles? I do feel that's a situation for some of you, and it's a lifestyle you don't want anymore. Yeah, there's your Four of Wands. It's going to affect your home life in some form, some manner here, collective. There's the Eight of Pentacles. There's the Wheel of Fortune. I also feel with the Temperance in reverse, you may have given this person or the situation many chances. There is an element here where you're trying to figure out if this is what you want. The truth be told is we have to accept people exactly as they are, right? You can't change this person. Only they can change themselves. And you're trying to figure out here with this Eight of Cups. When we look at this deck, the Eight of Cups is slightly different. She's not walking away from anything. She's not going anywhere. She actually has a decision to make. It's a very introspective energy, the way that this artist in this deck, highlights the card. She has some past in front of her. She has a decision to make. So I see you in a very contemplative energy. You're seeing this person, the situation for what it is. You're realizing you're not so sure this is really what you want, right? Maybe when you were in your late teens, early 20s, it was great, this lifestyle. But now you're like 30, 40, you're like, I don't know if I want this anymore. We grow, we evolve, we change. Not everybody does. And not everybody grows and moves down the same path. So you're in a very introspective energy. You're just trying to be honest with yourself. What happens to put them there? Because this is a don't see coming reading. So what happens to put the collective in this energy? Do they do something? Does something go down? The Karma. So Karma's Judgment in this deck. The Wheel of Fortune. And there's the Strength again. There's the Two of Swords and the High Priest. I actually feel it's just time that I think you might have been in denial and what you don't see coming, and not necessarily in denial. Maybe you were hoping they would change, or hoping the situation would change, or hoping they would realize how what they're doing is harming maybe you or harming themselves. But really, I don't see anything external really crazy happening. I just see an internal transformation here, and you're really doing soul searching and realizing, this might not be the path I want to go on anymore, especially if it's indulgence in some form. That can be very expensive, and life is expensive in 2025, and you can be sick of working just to support this habit, and it's stressing you out. And so it's actually just you doing some soul searching here, and the Wheel of Fortune is there, so it's kind of the time that you did that. I think you may have been settling into a situation with the person that you don't want anymore, collective. And what you don't see coming is that you're actually going to end this. You may have thought maybe you never will end this. But there's the Six of Swords and there's the Death. There's you moving on. There's you letting it go. So let's see how that transpires. I do see you're a little sneaky about it. Look at this. When I say sneaky, strategic, Let's say, for example, let's go to worst case scenario. This is an abusive relationship. You can't just tell that person you're going to leave. You need an escape plan. You need somewhere to go. You need to, like, you know, so there's an element of planning here and really kind of tiptoeing behind the scenes. You know, you don't want this person to come home from the bar at 2 in the morning and a big fight to break out and something horrible happens. So you're strategically planning your exit so it's as smooth as possible. Let me say that, rephrase that. It sounds, it's more of the energy here. But do you want to highlight that, or the strategy, or the change here, or even, see, there's the Knight of Swords. I think you've been thinking or contemplating this for a while. There's the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But she's upside down. You're worried, and there's the Karma. So you are worried about how they're going to react, what they're going to do. Five of Cups, the Nine of Wands. That's why you're being strategic here. So it's like, but there's the Fool. You got to show loyalty to yourself. So this might be a very specific reading. We'll find out. You'll let me know in the comments. But the Six of Cups, the High Priestess, there's the Nine of Pentacles. You know what you got to do. But with that Queen of Wands in reverse, you're trying to avoid the drama. You're trying to avoid that blowout argument, or you're trying to avoid, you know, that situation. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is a fire sign, but that's reactive. So they're not getting their way, they're mad, right? When you're under the indulgence of a substance, you can't always control your feelings or your emotions, right? I've read some really scary stats. I might have to put a warning on this reading because of YouTube conversations, but like 90% of murders or something happen when people are drunk, because when you're under that influence, you can't always make the best decisions for yourself. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying you're trying to avoid the drama. There's someone here that can't properly deal with their emotions. I do feel it's substances in some form, some manner affecting that. And so you're just being very strategic about the way that you're going about this. But the thing is, you're going to be single, sovereign, and independent. You're going to be leaving this behind here very soon. And I think the truth be told is it's about time you let this go. I think you've been holding on, or whether it's fear, whether it's attachment, whether it's hope. And that's what you don't see coming, is you're about to walk away in a very dramatic way. You're about to let go of something that's been holding you back, I'm hearing. And it's time you prioritize yourself and your future here. All right, that's pretty deep and heavy reading. That's what I got. Is there anything else you want to say here to the collective about that? Yeah, the Star. If you want to accomplish your goals in life, if you want to get to where you want to go, you got to let go of this person in the situation, because it is holding you back. It's holding you down, and it's preventing you from living your best life yet. And those are not the influences and the people that you want in your life. It's knowing that you deserve better. You deserve better. There's the Ten of Cups. You deserve to be at peace. You deserve to be comfortable and confident here. There's the King of Pentacles, and there's the, you deserve stability and security. But it might not be easy getting there, letting this go. And I believe you're really worried about this person's reaction. But I don't really see their reactionary energy here. So what we're going to do is grab an oracle or two. We're going to go into our potential outcome, and we'll see how it plays out. If there's a reactionary energy, or if you just get out and never talk to them again. Let's see. But first, let's grab some oracles. What does the collective need to surrender to when it comes to this situation, this boundaries, setting limits? Yeah, it is healthy to set boundaries in your relationships. So practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay. Well, damn. Hold on, I hit the desk on the way up. Okay, let's get the spirit animal message. What is the spirit animal message here? Ladybug. Lady Luck is on your side. I really feel an element of divine timing and shift in your energy. There's a ladybug, Lady Luck. Your goals are about to manifest in remarkable ways. Your dreams are coming to fruition. So stop and enjoy this moment. It is important to let things flow at their natural pace, but rest assured that in due courses, your wishes will come true. And there's the hummingbird. We have the lightness. It's time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it's possible to manifest your visions. So stop waiting and stop doubting. Okay, I'm going to grab the Akashic Records. I wasn't going to, but I'm being guided to. So there's something that you need to hear, or that spirit wants to pass along. What is the Akashic Record then? Reflection. So you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. So use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. All right, let's get down to it. Let's see how this plays out. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in May 2025. Let's see how things are progressing. Let's see how things are going here. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay. We have the Star. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. That's your manifestation. That could be an opportunity, an offer. We'll see. There's the Two of... Okay. I think it's... Okay. One more. The Five of Swords. There's the Chariot. And there's the Eight of Cups with the Two of Swords. So what I see is a transitionary energy around you. I've seen a lot of worry, but I think that you're realizing that you're over worrying or over analyzing or overthinking, because I don't see a huge negative reaction here. So I think you planned this perfectly. I think you've made the best decisions for yourself. There's you, your goals, your aspirations. There's what you want. And there's you getting it. The Page of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. When you make different choices, the Two of Wands is a very challenging card, right? Because the Two of Wands means where you are. There's a fuzz here. Let's get rid of that. Isn't exactly where you want to be. So in order to get somewhere new, in order to create something new, you got to make different choices. You got to do things differently. That's the card. And there's your manifestation. There's your opportunities. There's you doing things differently to get what you want. I don't see a lot of energy, ugly energy around this. So I think this person let you go. I think they realized that you deserve better, that you're serious about this. I think you handled this situation, and I'm going to say it might have been a tricky situation very well. There's you moving forward. This is the Emperor. He's won the war. So you've mastered this part of your life. You've mastered this element. You mastered this person. You're moving forward successfully. You may have physically moved houses here with this Chariot. And I feel some of you may have, you're very well moved, but you're happy, you're successful, you're creating your goals, you're creating your aspirations. So you've walked away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Some of you, it could just very have been a group of friends who weren't evolving and growing. You're just going on a different path. That's normal, right? You ever see that Facebook meme where it's like your friends in 20s, there's like 20, and then when you're 30, there's like 2, when you're 40, there's like 1, when you're 50, it's just a bunch of dogs. You become the crazy dog lady, the crazy cat lady. It's very normal that your circle of friends gets smaller as you get older, right? And it could be that. But however it applies to you with the Five of Swords, you're turning your back on people, places, and things that no longer serve your higher calling, your higher good, things that are holding you back, or situations that you're settling in. You're making different choices, and therefore you're getting different results, and you're happy. And I don't see a lot of drama. So you handled it very well, very diplomatically. You handled it properly, and you're happy. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So collective, that's what you don't see coming. There's a big change coming, and I think you were really worried about it. But I feel this goes a lot smoother than you anticipated, and that's the point of the reading, and that's what you need to know, and that's how this is going to play out for you. So if this is your reading, if you're still here with me, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you like my style. And if you're interested in a personal reading, they are available on my website at bluntsaggietarot.net or in the description box below. And let's close your reading off with a yes or no question. Yes or no? What's the answer for the collective? Oh, you shall not. Okay, that's what I got. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.